Hello. I'm gonna pick you up. Come on. Yes. Hello from vacation. Just getting set up, getting the dog. All right. What are we gonna do today? So, current status update is, let me make this a little bigger. Is it here? We've got an actual web app being served in J, and it has a couple routes. And it's got the last thing that I did back when I had limited internet access at home, but I built like a show action for a specific user, separate from an index for all users. Felt pretty cool. And these controllers live here, and they're like, oh yeah, this is a good one. There's this like nested, like this felt like a cool, it can do REST. So yeah, I don't know, let's think about what's next. We could do, maybe like scroll through here. There's like some stuff that I'm like curious about. One thing is like, I don't know, can it like currently the only, like there's no auth. Maybe that's one thing. It's like auth. That's like an obvious thing that web frameworks need. And I don't know if this one needs auth as like a baked in like framework level feature, but I'm not convinced that we've got enough like in here to even build auth, you know? I have a strong sense that like this controller action just takes a connection to write the response to and like the params as specified in this like routes file, which this thing is like really cute, but is like maybe like over the top. Um, and so it means that if we wanted to implement anything related to like headers or cookies or anything, we're just like out of luck. So that's one thing. What else have we got? Then maybe like JSON rendering seems like useful, like view rendering in general, because like we have no way, we're just like writing bytes to a file descriptor right now. It's like not necessarily perfect. Maybe it'd be cool to have some like JSON serialization DSL or something where you could like pass some structs into like a thing that'll write your JSON to the stream. The other thing, and this is probably a much worse idea, is like WebSockets, which is like definitely something I'm interested in building support for. But I think I need to learn, I need to spend some time learning a lot more about like how the WebSockets API even works to be able to even like begin to broach that one. What else might we do? Oh, the other thing is like, I don't know, JSON review rendering. Maybe we want to be able to support like HTML forms, regular old web app stuff. Right, like, is that interesting? Or like generally like mutative, like so like yeah, here maybe just like HTML, CSS, uh, web app, like browser stuff. And then the other thing that I was thinking here is um, like a story, like generally like a good story for like mutative requests, where I'm like really into like a Railsy pattern for that, where you like per controller action describe what parameters are allowed to be present in the request. And I think Jay's got good stuff for that. And that's probably my like top, my like favorite thing to do. I think. But let's think about that for a minute about what that even looks like. Charlie, this is happening. the dog thinks there's something great. You can see this, there's like a closet door here that this rental that I'm staying in for vacation, it is locked by the owners. The dog is obsessed with whatever's on the other side of that door, but we have no access. We're sleeping in this room tonight. It might be rough. She might not leave that room alone. I've made a little like luggage barricade at the bottom of the door, but you might hear her whining. That's what's happening. There's no dog abuse happening other than just that she can't access the smell that she wants to access. All right, so what am I really trying to do here? Oh, and the other thing is like I don't know, less manual responses in general, because there's this like JSON review rendering, but there's also the fact that like currently this API is that like every single controller action needs to like hard code that business. And this might be like part of a bigger story of like, right, like we don't get any request headers in here, so it'd be cool, like we might want request headers to somehow be set. Maybe that, like, I wonder if this is a good use for context. Jay has this concept of like a language level context that exists like everywhere globally. Could be cool to have like it seems really plausible to me that we want to have like a, um, what am I trying to say? Like like a, the request might live there, the current user might live there, auth stuff might live there. That would certainly make it simpler to not have to pass around like an env or a request object all over the place. Although it seems pretty reasonable to say like the request object is going to bundle up and include this connection ID. Um, but like, right, these repos, this like find method, I think uses like a global singleton Postgres connection, which obviously breaks in like a multi-threaded environment. Like maybe some like thread local Postgres connection wants to live in the context. I don't know. I don't know what context and threads even, like how those play nicely with each other. And I could buy that context, what is it? It's like a call stack scoped thing. I guess that's the appropriate like frame of reference for like, hey, you're in the context of like this web request. But I wonder exactly the right way to do that. I don't know. Okay. I think mutative requests sounds pretty good, and so does auth. And I think for either, we're gonna need to like bundle this up a bit and like come up with a story for like passing request headers into controller actions, which is like base level, the only way that web apps ever work. So maybe I'll start with that. Okay, so what do we want to do? I want to probably look at draw routes, or it might be in this like a CGI service, like one of these probably. Oh man, this is some wild code that I wrote. I remember writing this. Yeah, right. We only have two actions, and we're passing in just the request.connection FD. But on the request here, we do have like a full request object. It looks like this. So this feels actually like an ideal thing to just pass this request in instead of just the connections. Maybe I'll just like start there. Bro, you gotta calm down. I'm telling you. You gotta, hey, You're not going anywhere. You're not getting into that closet. You're stuck with me. Okay. So in here, I think basically just anywhere that we do, I think we only draw two kinds of route right now. Yeah, okay, that sounds right. So I'm gonna pull out connection ID. There, is my cursor somewhere else too? Yeah, okay, great. And it means that like the three controllers that I've implemented, this has to not be connection FD, but a like request. When is that? 9 results. I think I'll do that manually. I don't think I want to mess with that. What is the type? What's interesting here is I wonder if this like request type is going to be dynamic and interesting, because I could buy that these headers want to be more strongly typed than just, for example, thrown into this hash table, right? Like I could buy that your SCGI server, in addition to a handle, like this here, we might pass in like a type. Um, like a lot might happen here. where, right, like specific, I guess really what I'm thinking of is this like parse headers might need to like extend some notion of like base headers for SCGI, which is going to include maybe some of these things and maybe these things. And you can like extend that type. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me do one thing at a time. I'm going to say that this, okay, cool. So I just need to change draw routes. Wait, I need a name of this type, which is SCGI request. I'm going to mess with my controllers to have them be aware of that. And maybe this wants to be like a pointer. I think that wants to be a pointer. Yeah, that wants to be a pointer. Okay, and I'll do that. Is that the right name? Connection FD. Great. Okay, cool. Okay, that seems good. Oh, I need to change draw routes to do a reference. There. And where's just request there? Okay. Right, because I don't know actually. Does it want to be a pointer? Maybe it doesn't. Because like, what's this type even? This is basically a reference. This is a reference. That's a number. Yeah, why use pointers? Never mind. Get rid of those stars. Yeah, okay, cool. Now this just takes a dereferenced SCGI request, and we need to like do that. Great, okay, cool. Let's update the other actions to do similar. Cool. This wants to be request dot. Yep. And users controller, I need that. I need request dot. I need that. And I need request dot. Okay. Now if I reload, do we 500? No, we work. Okay, great. Maybe I should pull up the logs. Interesting. I feel like this keyboard that I'm using doesn't do the right stuff for me. Okay, those like logs. Workspace, is that it? Okay, great. Like if I reload, I can see, great, it created, handled. Awesome, okay. All right, so step one, we've got headers in here. Okay, so let's try to say, now what we want to do here is like, I probably want to inspect the like headers. What do we want to do here? So, like one thing at a time. If I wanted to start authorization, like the very next thing that we want to do, especially in this web context, is like, I don't know, look for some like authorization header, uh, parse it into like a user ID. We want to do some kind of like security, make sure it was like signed appropriately. And like, I guess I could just like, there's like a very short path of like I think that there's like, I'm sure there are J bindings for some crypto stuff. Where's my J like code base opened up? I think it's over here. Yeah. So I'm like pretty sure there's got to be some kind of like crypto something. I don't see anything called crypto, which is what I would have guessed. But like I bet, I don't know. If I scroll through here, there's got to be something. I don't know what LZ4 is. Is it that? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, hot loader. That's pretty fun. What's hot loader? Maybe I should have just read this. Oh, this is probably, yeah. I wonder if this is like for like when static assets change. That's probably it. This could be a good thing to look into for if I build like view rendering. You might load static assets for that. Yeah, MD5. That's like probably most of what I need. Yeah. I don't know. MD5 is like deprecated though, isn't it? Don't people like SHA something? Uh, yeah, simple MD5 utility. Oh wow. Okay. I'm like pretty sure MD5 is not very secure anymore, so maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know. What else do we want to do? I haven't even considered looking at. There's like a lot of stuff in here I haven't like looked at even a little bit. Oh, there's already a regex library. Oh yeah, but it sucks. It does very little. That's right. That's why I depended on another one. There's like a system. I think some of the libc bindings might include encryption business. Yeah, that's like to know the hardware we're running on. I don't know if I want to even mess with encryption right now. That sounds like a real bummer. Um, Maybe I'll just say like any data is going to be like mutable to anybody for now. Um, yeah, yeah. Maybe I should have done a little more research before jumping in here. What was the last thing I was going to look at? Yeah, I just like don't want to mess with. Let's just say it just doesn't sound like a great time, you know? Okay, what do I really want to do? Let's just write some mutative request. We can access it with curl. We're not going to do any authorization on anything yet. No authentication, no authorization. It's just going to be like anybody can mess with anybody. That's what we're going to do. That seems fine. Yep. Okay. And it's just going to like something that does like a post or a put or patch. Yeah. Okay. That sounds fine. So but like we'll do like a to-dos controller. We've already got index. Let's do like a show action. Yeah, this has to be string, doesn't it? Right? Yeah. Okay. Um, what are we gonna do? We probably need most of this stuff. Yeah. You know what? Maybe like these asserts result in like aggressive server error nonsense. I don't know if we really want that. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, great. So otherwise, we print the to-do that we found. Yeah. We print to do, we want like its description. Could probably care about created at or completed at, yeah. Oh man, we need to serialize dates to support this. That's been a thing I've been dodging for a while now. All right, let's just like check this out. All right, let's like render the two IDs on the user's controller. Maybe like throw that in a few places. I'll just start here though. Nope, didn't nail it. Didn't we get that in user's index? That was user show, okay. All right. I'm like still so thrilled that like I'm able to do hot, even though like I think I'm probably gonna get rid of hot reloading. I think, oh man, I think I'm almost certain I'm getting rid of hot reloading in the long run. I think it probably is a bad call. Boy, is this like a delight of an environment that I can just like, uh, you know, I probably should leave that one and get rid of this one. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, great. Let me reload. Okay. Yeah. I think I'll do like if to do that completed at. That feels good. Not completed. Okay. So now, like some kind of a patch request seems like a sensible way to do this. And there's a couple ways to do it, but I think a patch is probably what we want. Um, yeah, that sounds right to me. Great. Okay, so let's come up with like a patch. Yeah. Okay. And now, like at a high level, what we want to do here is like find the to-do and do this. Then we want to like do the update, right? It's like parse the header, parse the body, I guess. Do the update and then like render just like status 200 okay. And that's all. Yeah, does that work for like a head only thing? I don't know, we'll see. Okay. Okay, so parse the body is like hard. So maybe for now it's just like if we receive a patch request, we're just gonna like do we're just gonna like toggle it, let's say, right? So let's say like if to do dot. This is already pretty rough. Okay. Completed at, we want to say like to do dot completed at like gets an empty string. I think completed at is implemented that way. It's just like a string, yeah. Okay, and then else to do dot completed at gets like I don't know, that's at some time. Is this gonna do it? Yeah, seems about right. Okay, and what does save return? Success, okay. Maybe I'll just like, if that, and do this business, otherwise render a failed response, which I think failure feels good to be like 422. Which, what's the text for HTTP 420? Unprocessable entity. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now, if I curl localhost 7000/users, I get, oh, let me try again. Huh. What's happening here? What am I doing bad gateways for? Oh, yeah, okay, this isn't building. All right. Save. Pointer to a pointer to do. Oh. Is that already a pointer? Whoops. Really? My repos return pointers? Huh. It's weird. This would give an array of like proper instances and this one just gives pointers, but oh, I guess because like the find wants to be nullable. I don't know if I love that choice. All right, well, okay. Now curl x patch localhost 7000/to-dos/that. Not bound. Huh. Weird. Oh yeah, because I don't think I supported this in draw routes yet. Okay. Okay, so this is, I've been thinking about this for a while. There's like quite a bit of copy pasta in here between like index member and building the index route and the show member and building the show route. And think I think we're about ready to extract this into, I'll do it like a third time, but I feel like 3 times is like the magic time to extract some abstraction. I think we're ready for one. Yeah, let's do it. So, okay, patch member. Do that, and then I'll copy this and then replace some like shows with patches. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, show member wants to be patch member. Show wants to be patch route pattern. But I think show and patch take the same route pattern and the same number of ID params. That seems right, because they both want like a singular resource defined by its own ID in this context. Okay, now these want to be patch pattern. Yeah. Okay. Match captures, and this wants to be request method patch. Where do we find this? Yeah. Okay. This wants to be patch here. Okay, great. And now this wants to be patch with the request and each capture, and then we return true. How about now? 422. All right, what do the logs say? Ah, huh. Well, that's a real bummer. What's that about? Update to do set nothing, where ID equals $1. That can't be right. Let's look at the to-dos controller. how do I figure out? Did I get clever here? I don't know if I got clever here, right? I just apply the update, right? Yeah. Copy mutable fields. Uh-huh. Oh, did I never for the to-do define mutable fields? I don't think I did. Yeah. I think I only did this in users repo, right? Yeah, okay. This, and it's user ID, description. I'll just copy everything by the ID. I guess I don't want the timestamps. I do. Yeah, okay, get that out of there. Okay, I need the to-do and then mutable to-do fields. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, now what happens? I got a 200. No, that can't be right. Yeah, 422 because invalid input syntax for type timestamp. Yeah, so this is where things get kind of funny. I think we need to think through typecasting and serializing attributes for SQL. So we've gotten by pretty far with only having like string and int typed fields. Those ones are pretty trivial. But I think we have like a bad time now because like, okay, I don't know what's like the right way to even like express this. What am I looking for here? I think, all right, where's the bit where we like, is it this? No, it's like the other way around. Like the results, result, send query. I think it's in here. Yeah. Yeah. So like, mm-hmm. Yeah. So we just do sprint, which means that whatever args that we're passing into here need to be just like sprintable in a reasonable way. And it means that like, and we like never even specify types for anything. I wonder if she'll behave if I let her down. Or if she's just gonna whine by the closet door some more. Okay, what am I trying to say here? She hasn't gone to the closet door yet. So like I need to get into this some like different format. Maybe, what if I just call this like all caps null? I don't know. That seems like a stretch. Yeah, still 422. Yeah, invalid input syntax for type timestamp quote null. Yeah. So like I think, yeah, like what's even like, we also want, yeah, I don't know, like that, like if like arg equals null. I don't know, is that gonna, that seems wrong. Just like call it null there, otherwise sprint it. Is that gonna help? You know? I don't feel great about this. Also, like, I think that this is gonna be like a type error. Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Yeah. It's like args is any. So like, let's get like, I don't know, that type dot, what is it? It's like any type pointer type info. I want to say like dot type is a pointer. Oh, but that's not right either, because like this is really empty string, right? You shouldn't, that assignment also shouldn't work, I feel like. Like we should still get a compiler error here. What did we get? 502 bad gateway. Yeah. Oh, what did I want to do? I want to get rid of that. Yeah, there. We can't like set null here. That wouldn't make any sense. We got strings. There's nothing in there for you, Charlie. You can't go in there. It's not allowed. Man, I didn't realize this is going to be an exercise in like encoding. Frustrating type encoding business. Let's see. What's the right way to do this? I feel like date representation and parsing is one of these like famously annoying computer science problems that like every framework and language has different stories for, and J certainly doesn't have a story for yet. Let me not. Can I not do that? Is there a hack I can use here? Is there like a better story that I can use here? I don't really want to figure out dates yet. I don't know. Let's just say, so completed at is like a poor choice. It's a bad choice. What if I just do this? What if I just say like, no matter what, if you hit this patch, we complete the to-do. Is that gonna pass? Is that gonna look like a valid date to Postgres? Oh, we got a 200 okay. Okay, so if we now just like get it, what do we get? Completed. Hey, done. So now we just need a way to like clear out dates. Okay, let's say like, I think we already tried this, right? Oh wait, I got that backwards. What if I do, this is a pretty gross hack. Can we do like if arg dot, like, I don't even know. What do I want to even do here? I want to like, so if we've got a string and like we dereference casting to a string pointer, arg.value equals null. Is that gonna work? No, bad gateway. Type of string. Oh yeah, I think this one's like type info. Bad gateway, what do we get? There is no type info type. Here's the definition of any. What am I trying to say? Oh, that shouldn't be value. It should be like value pointer. Right? Is it value pointer? Yeah. Okay. Try that again. It always hangs. That's so weird. Bad gateway. Because encoded R wants to be a string. Yeah. Okay, cool. So encoded arg now is just going to be like a pointer, a void pointer. U8 pointer? Yeah. Oh. okay. Yeah, don't want to do that. Just want to do this. Right. And maybe I can, at this point, like encoded arg isn't helping me anymore. Okay. We got an okay. Got another okay? Okay, let's like check out this to do. Am I using 261? Yeah. Not completed. Completed. Not completed. Completed. Hey! All right. We got mutations and we've got at least some kind of a gnarly string null representation for dates, which is a clear, obvious gross hack that we should not be using. All right, all right. What else is going on here? I haven't written any tests in a long time. Maybe like some like request testing is a good idea. Okay, this is like the tiniest little step that we just did. Yeah, I think it might be a pretty short stream today because the dog is not happy. Actually, maybe I'll just let her out of this room. One sec. You want to get out of here? Go on. Go see the people. What's next? Maybe I'll try to do some like parameter parsing. Maybe that sounds like a good idea. Right, because like this is like pretty, it'd be cool if we could like do like a, you know, what do I even want to say here? Like to do completed at, you know, even, like this would be neat. I don't know if the capital D is really what we want here, but like it'd be cool if we could sneak that in. What that could even look like? So if I had like in here, and if I had some like, you know, like params, let's say. Let me see, we have like completed at string. Yeah. So if we just like assume, even if I just like assume JSON encoding for the request body, there's still quite a bit of parsing I've got to do to like get JSON. I wonder if someone's already like done some of this work. Also wonder if this is maybe the kind of thing that J is like designed to make easy for me to do, easy by some definition at least. Is it like a JSON library? Yeah. Okay. What has this got? What have we got here? JSON. I don't know. JSON parse string, your type to parse into like examples. The typed interface cannot yet parse into float members. What have we got? This is JSON writing, but I really want JSON reading. What do I want? Where's read though? It's probably either typed or generic, isn't it? Okay. Info gets type info. What? Yeah, this looks like, I don't love this approach. Yeah. Remainder. Trim to left, 2 parse, white space jars. Huh? So the first character is an N. We like make sure that we got a null. F is obviously false. If we got a quote, we gotta make it into a string. What is a left bracket? Oh yeah, array object. Huh. Okay. So this looks like a lot like the Postgres library that I initially started playing with, and it does this like funny, like it like sort of like forgets. um, Although wait, these are only like the values, yeah? Okay, that makes sense. And how do we like parse, right? Expect and slice for false and true and null. But for strings, let's look at like parse string, right? Is that success and slot, prepare slot for a string, that info, that slot, cast it to a string pointer. What does prepare slot do? Right, and this is where expected type, relative pointers not yet supported, value info, which is the same as that info, to the slot, got it. And this info is the actual, okay, value info. Oh, I see. Wait, what? Oh, I see. So we dereference. Great. Okay. If value info.type is not equal to type, which is like the tag. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Cannot parse like string into type boolean or whatever. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is like the same kind of pattern that I think I saw in the Postgres code base, which I didn't really love. It wasn't like it seems weird to me at runtime to be inspecting the type infos of these things. Why does that feel so bad to me? I guess it means that you can like have fewer of these, but we still bake this JSON parse string to a specific type, right? You know, I just feel like if I can like erase more type info, like the less I can deal with type info at runtime, the better. I think I might want to build my own JSON parsing, is what I keep landing on. It just feels like a real bummer. But I have played around with plenty of parsing already, so maybe I'm in like a fine place to do it. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's just fine. It feels fine, right? Hmm. Like, surely I'm going to need to build different kinds of deserialization anyway. I doubt anybody's built like multi-part form encoding or anything. Like, going to need to mess around with that. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Am I going to build JSON serialization right now? Yeah, why not, right? It's like, what do we think this is going to look like? Maybe I'll like move this into vendor, but like leave it as a module. Okay. And what are we parsing from? It's like a string, right? Because that's what we have here. Like what do we pass in to? Yeah, the body's a string. Great. Okay, data's a string. We need some like type. I figure we want that. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I want to like assert that like result. You just can't be a pointer. It's not allowed. Yeah. Okay. And then yeah. Okay. So like if like result is like string, like parse string. Else if result is like it's like int. What is it called? Integer. I know how to handle. Let's say. Right. Maybe I should do the same here. I should do like if result. I can do this and then like case string parse string. Right. This seems cool. Case integer return. Right, okay, but this is fine, I think. This feels better than the other stuff that I was looking at because we're messing around with these type infos, but only, uh, only statically, right? This is on like a static if. I hope static ifs support the syntax. If not, I can just rewrite it as like else's. Oops. Okay, let's like leave it at that for now. I guess like Boolean's the only other option, right? Oh, and like array. Case Boolean, array. What else have we got? Pointer, don't have to worry about void, nothing. I guess like enum we might want to think through. Maybe I'll just do like case. The default is going to be like assert like false. Just like get us out of there. Okay, great. Parse a string. I guess I don't need a type for this one. Yeah, okay, we can allocate a string and then really Yeah, I'll return a pointer to a string, I guess, right? Is that what we really want to do? I don't think we really do. I think we want to return like a concrete string. But here we can dereference it, or reference it. Box it, maybe is what I want to say. Okay. Okay, so what does it mean to parse a string? I want to assert like data 0 equals assert that, otherwise like attempted. Oh, and you know what? We need this to return like a success, right? So if data 0 is not equal to an open string, then return empty string false. Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, okay. And then here, like for the index and like 0 to data.count, I want to just start at like 1. Okay, so like if, so byte gets that, and then maybe we'll do, oh, you know what? I wonder if this is a good or bad idea. Do you want to do string copying? Like if I get a JSON body and it's parsed into one long string of the body, and then I want to turn that into like a JSON encoding of that string body, do I want, like how messed up would it be to have the strings in the JSON encoded version of this, to have their data pointers point inside of that original string? You know what I mean? Let me see. Like I bet that like handling a string here is okay, so parse string member is not defined here. And this is probably it. Do we do a string copy? No, we just do a slice? Really? Oh no, that's like the remainder. Okay, where do we get result? Result is from stir1 length. Oh, this has escaping and stuff too, doesn't it? That's a good point. Escaping is going to be annoying. Yeah, okay, so because of escaping at least, we almost certainly need to do string copying, don't we? Advanced string, huh? What do we think advanced does? Huh. Is advanced like a... Yeah, what does this do? This like mutates the string by moving it forward. Oh, interesting. And it returns itself. I wonder if this is like aware of that mutation. Okay, and it default advances what, by 1? Okay, yeah. Inside.count is less than 2. What am I looking at here? Okay, so we're like mutating this input pointer, this input string, but like who cares because it gets thrown away. And this is written as if it isn't mutative to stir, but like it is. So while we're not looking at a closing quote, if we got less than 2 characters total, return an empty string and we've failed. Oh, and it here, I wonder if this is aware that it's like advanced to the point where like inside it's like messing with stir. Wow, this is pretty, I'm like so confused about what this uh I mean maybe I'm just misunderstanding because like if advanced takes oh so maybe here it's just I see. Okay, so this one is like the non-mutative version, and it mutates this input argument, but who cares? Okay, great, I see. And then these ones are mutative, and they take a pointer. I get it. Life makes sense to me again. I'm back on board. Okay, so here we're like advancing for as long as we don't. Yeah. So if we see a backslash, we know we need to unescape. Um, and if we're too close to the end, then we bail out, and then otherwise we do copy the string. Cool. In that case, I feel like I don't want to play with unescaping yet. That's just like not allowed. You can't represent double quotes or like, other entities or anything. Other Unicode things that you can't express in ASCII. Not allowed yet. So current byte gets data index. Oh yeah, and I see like here it passes like a remainder. I feel like I want to pass like bytes consumed. Kind of like that pattern before. Just realizing this is like a pretty big chunk of work that I'm almost certainly not going to finish. um, but okay, so if we got an end closing quote, um, then like we're done, right? We want to return slice of data from um, 1 to index. All right, it's like that, right? The slice, I think slice takes like a length, right? Index and count, yeah. So the index is going to be starting from 1 because we've got to skip ahead from the single quote, which was definitely the initial thing. And then like and then the count that we want, yeah, is index minus 1. Okay, great. I think this feels good to me. And bytes consumed is index plus 1. That feels pretty gross to me. And then I really should do a copy string, right? Is that how it goes? Yeah, okay. Copy that. Get that out of here. Okay, that feels pretty good to me. So we're just like scanning for a closing quote. Otherwise, I want to return like the string is going to be empty string, so it's false. And we consumed everything. Is that right? I think that we can be certain that we can't get to the end. Yeah, okay, great. This feels pretty good. Okay, so let's call this like string result. Result, success, bytes consumed, gets. It's probably wants to return bytes consumed too. Yeah, okay, great. That gets a JSON parse string of data. And it's like, if not success, return, I guess just like a pointer to result. That seems fine. False, bytes consumed. Else, so this is where things maybe get like even weirder. Maybe this is where we should be copying things out. Well, it's just, I don't think we can, like if we return a pointer to this result, results in a stack, right? That's like, that's bad news, right? How does copy string return? What does this return? Just like another string. Yeah, but it's like copied the data elsewhere. Yeah. What does Alex string do? Alex string returns a string. But it returns like the whole struct. Yeah, okay. I feel like I need to return, like, I don't know. I think I need to do this. Gets result, and now I want to return result pointer true bytes consumed. That sounds about right? Yeah. Okay, so this means that like the actual data of the string we've copied out from the like initial string encoding into some spot in the heap, or whatever the current allocator is. And it means that here we've returned a result which is similarly like accessible outside of this stack. That feels pretty good to me. Okay, I think this is right. I don't know, man. This might be all wrong. But I think we need to be returning pointers to the result. I think that's the only way this makes much sense to me. I don't know. If we parse an integer, do we want to return a pointer to the int? Let's not do that. Let's like see if how far we can get without using those pointers. I feel like fewer pointers the better. Yeah, okay. That feels great. Throw success in here, call it a day. Okay, so now how do we do parse integer? This wants to be type success spool bytes consumed. Okay, great. So, and then here, I think I can just use like parse int. Oops. Right? We've got this. It takes a pointer to a string and takes a t type equals int. Yeah, this seems awesome. Great. Okay. Although this seems to be like pretty comfortable with some kind of delimiters and spaces. Whatever, I'm not gonna worry about that yet. Okay, so if, yeah, okay, so I want to return, and what does this return? Value and success. Okay. So result, success gets, yeah, that's right. Okay, so I think I need to like, while I'm only getting digits, how are JSON numbers encoded? Whatever. Okay, let's do for index 0 to data.count -1. I'll say if, so like number digits count, like start at 0. I want to say like if data digits or data index. Yeah, okay. It's not equal to, and there's going to be a lot here. Char 0, and it's also not like 1 or 2. How did the other thing handle like is digit? Just like regular expressions or something? Number parse int. What do we get to, what is this, like strings? Parse, no, let's look back here. To integer. Is it defined? No. Is this here? How do we get remainder from? Maybe that's a better question. What's remainder? Oh yeah. I see why. I see why the other code base plays with this remainder concept. All right, I can play with remainder. I can do this. Okay, cool. Great. So I'm not going to build much of this like scanning business. And here, what is digit does? Like between 0 and 9. That's gotta fail in like, yeah, what if we got, yeah, okay. A to Z, right? Yep, I see what's happening here. Great. Oh, the dog is back. Hello. Oh, the dog has her collar on. It looks like somebody took her out. I'm sure I've come a long way to just do some JSON parsing, haven't I? I think I'm not going to mess with integer or anything else yet. I think string I cared about. This should be remainder. And this should be slice from this. Okay, copy string true slice data from index +1 to Charlie. You can't go in there. That's not going to happen. To what's the count? It's like data.count minus index +1. Right? I feel like that sounds about right. That seems like the remainder. You can't go in there, Charlie. That's not how this works. I'm gonna pick you up. Dog time. Okay, you're stuck with me. That's how it goes. Oh man, you're kind of damp. Yuck. All right, really, really out in the weeds here. Okay, struct is the interesting one, and really where I've got to go. Right. Oh, and I wonder if for like recursive structs, if this is just going to be like a non-starter. Maybe it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine actually. I can do some metaprogramming things together. All right, what am I trying to do? You're stuck with me. Okay, I definitely want to go to index +1. I'm stuck. Okay, so let's say like result slice is going to be this. And remainder slice is going to be from index plus 1. No, from index plus 2 to data count minus index plus 2. Yeah, that's like the partition that we want. Okay, and here we want to copy string on result slice, but we don't care about remainder slice. Great. Okay, so we pulled out the string, got the remainder. Otherwise, we want to return empty string, false, empty string. Love it. Nothing is left. We got nothing out. The whole thing has failed. Okay, and integer doesn't exist, but struct does. Okay, call this result, success by remainder. Yeah, okay. JSON, parse struct, data result. This is the fun one anyway. T, success, remainder, assert, T, type info. I think I can trust that like T is coming in as a struct, and otherwise things went horribly wrong. All right, so this is the part that I'm like kind of interested in. Hey. Okay, so I think for JSON parse struct, you know what? I think I might want, is this right? Do I want to do this? It's just, I just wrote some parsing code, and boy, was it helpful to have like a lexing step before the parsing step. So helpful. Oh man. And like maybe I do want to lex these into tokens. That seems like it'd be so helpful. But that does mean doing like an entire copy of the request body, first reading from the socket to a string, then reading from a string to like a lex of the string, and then again reading from the lext to the like the target representation. It does seem way better though. It's like a way easier decomposition of the problem. Falls apart on like streaming input. Well, I don't know, this is weird. I'm stumped. Uh, hmm. Man, what an unfulfilling stream. I guess I did get this thing working, right? It can complete or not with patch requests. That's pretty fun. That's pretty solid. Okay, what do I want to do here? I feel like I really want to like, I really want to convert this into tokens. Um, Although I do wonder, like, do I want to convert it into tokens? Like, there's like maybe like, I think I'm just gonna do it in an obvious way. I'm gonna first just like, I'll take this and I'll say like JSON, like lex string into a bunch of tokens, and there's not gonna be any remainder. Yeah, this seems like a step in the right direction at least, right? Okay, so JSON's got some control characters. It's got like quotes are important, commas are important, curly braces and square brackets are important, false, true, important. Yeah, okay. Let's play with this. So like for, or like while, let's say like current index gets 0, and the result gets like an array of strings. Yeah, okay, like defer nothing. So while current index is less than data.count, I want to say, Charlie, you were stuck with me. I don't know why you keep twisting around. You can lay that way if you want, but you're not getting anywhere near that closet. It's not going to happen. Okay, so I think there's like a starts with. Yeah, okay, great. Begins with. Okay, begins with is what I want. Be right back. Need a bio break. Be right back. Excuse me. No? Okay. I think my headphones have reconnected. All right, cool. Okay. I just realized the time. I got to get dinner pretty soon, but I think I can get through at least a little bit of this lexing. So it's like if, as it begins with, what's the order? String and then prefix. Data, a single quote, then return, I know that, right? So array add, result, a single quote, and current index gets 1. Else if begins with data. Oh, you know what I think I need to do is like do like this and say like while remainder dot count is greater than 0. And here I want to like advance remainder. Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Like I wonder if there's a way that I can like speed up these control character things, but let's say like remainder 0 equals char of that. That feels like more correct. Else if remainder 0 equals char of this, if remainder 0 equals char of closing curly brace, You know what? Maybe I can like bundle these all together. Like, I want like an or. Is there like an or on these cases? It's just this through. Yeah. Okay. Curly brace. Add to result a slice of remainder from 0 length 1, and then advanced remainder. That sounds great. Okay, what else? We also need beginning of an array, the end of an array. Are there more? It's like quotes, objects, arrays, commas. Oops. I'm sure I'll think of more. But that feels like about all the control characters. Okay. And then continue. Yeah, I wonder if, I don't think we like need a default. That seems fine. Okay. What else? Am I using through correctly? Through needs a semicolon after it. Okay. So like if has begins with remainder. Oh wait, are there any multi-character prefixes? There aren't really, are there? Nope. Okay, cool. So I think otherwise, oh, you know what? I think then there's probably like a white space chunk that we should think about, like case this, or a new line, or carriage return, and just like advance remainder. Yeah, okay, and then otherwise, we probably want like a current string situation, right? Yeah, okay. So otherwise, so we don't start with any kind of a control character or white space. Uh, ooh, this is a little trickier for like Lexing than what I did before because we've got like two modes. One where we're like inside of a string, in which case many of these characters are allowed, and one where we're like not. Right? So maybe I need to pull this out and say like this is like not a through. Okay, so like for, or like I don't know, like while uh, like that, yeah. All right, like that. Mm, okay. Like if remainder at that is not equal to, all right, so like potential, let's like do that. Okay, so string and index gets 0. If remainder at that index is not equal to char of end string continue, what I should really do is like say this, then string end index gets index break. Okay, now on array add result here, I think I need to copy string on a slice. Okay. The remainder from 1 to string and index -1, right? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right to me. And here, copy string on string body. Okay, and then array add on result, another closing quote, and then advance remainder by string and index +1. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, cool. And continue. Okay, if we got white space when we weren't in a string or anything, we continue. If we get any of these when we're in a string, okay, life is good. Okay. I don't know, this seems like plausible. Okay, now we need a default where we want to say something like this. Yeah. And here we'll say like token and index gets token and index. Like token body. And here we can say add result. Do we really want to copy the string here? We've already got it. It seems safe. I think I'm not going to copy this until it seems necessary. Right? Because like it should be like nobody should be going back and like mutating the request, the string representation of the request body while we're parsing it into JSON. That would be a nightmare. That'd be chaos. Okay. Do that and then advance the remainder by token body.count. I think I hear the dog. Come on. She's gonna scratch at the door again. I'm just gonna be stuck in this loop forever. Okay. Wow, this is like a terrible way to build JSON parsing by trying to figure out the least possible amount to like implement some feature. But whatever. Ooh, colon is an important character too, isn't it? Oh, hello. You been waiting for a Charlie appearance? She is very upset. Can you see her? Maybe this way. I've made a little barricade. She's convinced there's something in that closet. She will not give it up. You gotta give it up, Charlie. It's not gonna happen. I think she's a little camera shy right now. But you'll hear the cries. She's been very upset about that closet for quite a while. Okay. Man, I feel like whenever I'm getting ready to wrap up my stream is when like somebody shows up. Anyway, okay. Remaginer. There's no way that I use this in multiple places, right? It's a barricade. Yeah. Well, oh wow, she's like accepted her fate. She's hanging out with me under the desk. That's great. Yeah, she's been like crying at the door for a while. We haven't slept in this room yet, but tonight we're due, and I don't know if she will let go of the secret closet all night. What was I gonna do here? Right. Okay, so here I like no longer care about a closing quote. I just care about like anything that might like act as like a delimiter. Okay, so like let's call it is delimiter. So just like all these cases, yeah. Yep, okay, cool. So return byte equals like each of these really. Whatever, I'll fix that. Oops, that and that. Okay. Right, so any of these should like terminate the right, any of these should terminate like a number that's being parsed. Like white space should terminate it, commas, colons, brackets, all that stuff. Yeah. Okay, great. So if remainder index is like is delimiter. Then set the token index, break out of this loop, set the token body, array at it, advance by the token body dot count. Yeah, yeah. Is that right? I think this is right. Man, this is a terrible way to write code though. I've got no tests, I haven't run any of this yet, and I'm not planning on running any of it until I get into like a full-on production environment. What a nightmare, huh? Yeah. Charlie, you can't do that. Picking you back up again. Dog time. Oh, it's so foggy out there. You want to sit with me, Charlie? You can sit with me. Okay, there you go. Please leave Charlie in frame. I didn't bring my external keyboard with me, so leaving Charlie in frame means I can't type, which I guess might make things better too, depending on how you feel about my typing today. This should not be through. I guess it doesn't matter though, because there's a continue in there. Greater than coding. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, maybe I should just try to be like a dog streamer, just like a Charlie cam. Maybe I can get a little like background Charlie action. Hey, you want to hang out up here? There you go. Maybe she can be sniffing around. Am I capable of typing like this is the question. All right, I was gonna break this into tokens and that was gonna make this easier for me. That was my plan. Huh, she's not really staying in frame very, oh, now she kind of is. Okay, we can have some Charlie time on the stream. Okay, I think this is like credibly close enough to workable here. I think a quote probably needs to go on this list too. All right. You happy up here, Charlie? You seem fine. You seem pretty happy, even though you got some gunk in your fur. Charlie time is an essential part of this. All right. So my goal here was to break the string into a bunch of tokens. The tokens would be either control characters or like the actual values that I care about. Yes, and then I can parse from there. So JSON parse is going to do all this. It's going to just first like do, I don't think I need this anymore. It's going to just do the like lex. Like tokens gets JSON lex string on data. Okay, and then I can do JSON parse from tokens. Tokens and result. Gets that. Wow, this is much more complex typing. I wonder, she's gonna get out of frame though. It's cool. It's cool. I'll do more yoga. I'll stretch it out. Okay, so then if result, if success. I don't know. Is this gonna work? I don't know if like a empty result is gonna be like representable easily. I guess that always exists. Yeah, maybe it's just fine. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now we've got tokens, and then I can start working on like JSON parse from tokens on tokens is an array of strings and this. Yeah. Okay. And here's where I need to like inspect result, which is a known. Yeah, okay. Type info of result dot type equals struct. We do one thing. Otherwise, if it's type info result, whatever, we'll just like start here. We'll see what we can do. Set false. All right, parse JSON parse struct from tokens. What am I doing? I would probably need like remainder here as well. Yeah, that seems important. Wow, she really doesn't want to be in frame. She's not even facing. She's just full on loafing up here. It's just an entire loaf. That's all there is. All right, I'll get back to typing. Oh, I feel like I probably only got about 10 minutes left. Probably got like 10 minutes to go. And is there anything interesting I can show in only 10 minutes? I mean, I did feel really good about like I have like a patch request happening at all. Like that felt pretty great. Like here, this to do, oh, yeah, of course it's busted because I like haven't run this code forever. Yeah, and I declared like a nonsense struct. Love it. To-do's controller declares this nonsense struct in here. Yeah. Yep, but this doesn't exist yet in the API. This is just like hypothetical. All right, is this gonna work? Yeah, right, and I can like patch and it makes a change and now it's not completed. I can patch again and it is completed. I did make some progress today. We do love a loaf. We do love a loaf. She's like a top tier loafer. She's like high quality loafing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to parse any JSON in any meaningful way by the end of this. And I can't remember why I bailed on the existing JSON parsing implementation. Why did I just want to take the easy path? I think I didn't like its API or something. That feels pretty foolish at this point when I'm like knee deep in really annoying code. But all right, let's like try to get a little bit of struct parsing in here. Okay, so let's say like if tokens 0 is not equal to that, return, I don't know, let's say like that false, an empty list, let's say. I don't know. That feels like a bad way to do it. This feels like a terrible way to write the code. Okay, so now what do I want? Like, I'm gonna want the tokens to be like an open quote, some like field name, a close quote, a colon, and then like maybe an open quote, maybe, and then like some like value, and like maybe a closing quote based on whether that one was there. This is what JSON looks like. I stripped out white space, which feels pretty good. All right. How do I want to approach this? Very tempted to just bail because I'm not going to really make meaningful progress in 10 minutes. Make sure that's a quote. If, okay, so now like field name is going to get tokens 2. All right, so first maybe I just need to like assert the token length must be at least 3. Or that, or that. Okay, so then we get the field name. Now what do I want to do? I really want to make sure that then we get a closing quote, right? Wow, I feel very fuzzy. And we need a colon afterwards. Great, so we've gotten this much done. Then we need to like parse the value. And that's going to be, I think there's no array slice, I want to say. It's like value, success, remainder. Oh yeah, and this might be like that, or it might be like an open, it might be an array, right? And then similarly here, like, because like it might have been an object or an array in here, right? Okay. Yep. JSON parse from tokens on slice tokens from 5 to tokens.count -5. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like if not value success, return the failure. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, now what? We have our field name and we have our parsed value. Yeah, okay, and now this is where we need like the metaprogrammed part, I think. So we want to say setter builder. Or maybe I'll like call this separately, right? Okay, so Oh, that's right. Because it's like this is asserting that we got the beginning, but then there's some like repeated business here that's going to happen to like each field. That's why I wasn't just like running at this. Um, yeah. Okay, great. So we'll say like we have like a result of type result, and then we surely need at least 5 tokens. But like let's not like this might be getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Maybe we'll say that we just need. It could be like an open bracket, close bracket. That's like valid, right? Um, so let's just like start here, right? Okay, and then, yeah, okay, this feels good. And remainder is gonna be slice. Oh, we don't have array slice, do we? I think slice is just a string thing, but I think it's pretty easy to copy. Like you could just about like replace string with like a $T and it would work fine with array. Um, and index count, we'll just like leave these. I'm gonna delete this comment. Return empty array. Return. This wants to be bracket of t. I'm gonna need that. Do I need that? I think I do. I don't know. Let's see if this works. I probably have to do that. Okay. This seems about right. That seems about right. Okay, great. So slice on tokens from index 2. No, start from index 1 to tokens dot count -1. And then we want to do like while remainder dot count is greater than 0, I guess. Well, I guess we need like at least like a few things in here. Right, we need like open quote string body close quote colon something. It's like 5, I guess. Okay. If remainder 0 is not equal to a string, or remainder 2 is not equal to the string, or remainder 3 is not equal to a colon, fail. Okay, otherwise field name gets remainder 1 and value success remainder gets JSON parser tokens on this business. Yeah. And here we actually want to slice remainder from 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to remainder dot count -4. What is value going to be? Oh man, I don't have any idea what value is going to be, do I? I have a horrible polymorphic problem. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, this is really just the worst. Alright, I didn't really think this through, and my design is already biting me. I think I'm throwing in the towel for the night. Gonna eat something, gonna think about this problem some more, come back at this with fresh eyes. The problem that I just ran into is that this parse from tokens requires this result type. And this result type, we like I think what I was hoping to do is say like, oh cool, well first we'll just like parse this business and then get whatever we get and then throw that into like a metaprogrammed like setter. But I think that's not going to be enough because I think we're going to need to like within a metaprogrammed setter unpack the like expected type so that we'll have something to pass in here. right? Like we'll need to be like inspecting this. So like if we encounter, like in my case, right, I'm playing around with like a created at field, which is supposed to be a string. And so we're going to need to like iterate over these fields and encounter like created at, and then metaprogram in some generated code, which is going to inspect field name and say that if the field name is created at, then we must parse a string. And so then we can like JSON parse string from tokens based on the like expected result. Yeah. But I think it's family vacation dinner time. So I am going to check out. But thanks everybody for joining in for some programming and dog time. Let me get like a last farewell from the dog, maybe. Charlie, you want to say goodbye? Hmm? No, she just wants to keep loafing. Hey, Charlie, are you hungry? All right, we're checking out. Good night, everybody.